On the 24th of September 2025, we welcome you to this heartfelt platform where memories live on. Today we'll honor those we've recently lost, celebrate their incredible journeys, and remember the lasting impact of others. Together, we'll also talk about WWE legend Bronson Reed's emotional challenges, which have united fans worldwide. Subscribe to join our supportive circle. Adrian Street, born on December 5, 1940, in Merthyr Tydfil, Wales, was far more than just a professional wrestler. He was a larger-than-life performer who reshaped the way people viewed the sport. Passing away at the age of 82, Street left behind a legacy defined by courage, creativity, and charisma. Beginning his career in the 1950s, he stood out almost immediately, not only because of his technical ability in the ring, but because of his willingness to break boundaries. At a time when wrestling was dominated by traditional notions of masculinity, Street introduced flamboyance, color, and theatricality, daring to be different when few others would. With his bright makeup, elaborate costumes, and a personality that combined showmanship with genuine toughness, Street became a trailblazer in the world of sports entertainment. He worked across major promotions, including the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW, captivating audiences who had never seen anything quite like him before. Beyond the glitter and bravado, he was a skilled grappler who won numerous championships and earned the respect of his peers. Street's impact went beyond victories and titles. By embracing a persona that blurred the lines of gender expectations, he became an unspoken advocate for self-expression and LGBTQ+ representation in wrestling long before it was openly acknowledged. His bravery inspired countless performers who came after him. Adrian Street is remembered not just as a wrestler but as a pioneer, someone who entertained, challenged norms, and made the wrestling world more vibrant. His spirit continues to influence the industry today. Butch Reed, born on July 11, 1958 in Kansas City, Missouri, was a professional wrestler who left a lasting mark on the industry with his strength, charisma, and undeniable presence in the ring. Reed rose to fame during the 1980s, competing in major promotions such as the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and later World Championship Wrestling, WCW. With his powerful build and surprising agility, he stood out as an athlete who could dominate while also moving with speed and finesse, a rare combination that fans admired. Early in his career, Reed wrestled under the moniker The Natural Butch Reed, a name that perfectly suited his athletic ability and natural talent. He quickly built a reputation through rivalries and alliances, often locking horns with tough competitors while forming memorable partnerships. One of the highlights of his journey came when he teamed up with Ron Simmons to form the tag team Doom in WCW. Together, they broke barriers, became one of the most dominant duos of their time, and captured the WCW World Tag Team Championship, cementing their place in history. Reed also had notable moments on some of wrestling's biggest stages, including competing at WrestleMania 4 in 1988, where his talent shone in front of a global audience. Known for his fierce in-ring style and ability to connect with fans, Reed earned both respect and admiration from colleagues and audiences alike. After stepping away from active competition, he continued giving back to the sport as a mentor, shaping future generations. Though his passing saddened the wrestling community, Butch Reed's legacy as a trailblazer and inspiration lives on, celebrated by fans who remember his impact on the business. Tommy Lister Jr., born on June 24, 1958, was an American actor and occasional professional wrestler whose presence was impossible to ignore. Towering at 6 feet 5 inches with a powerful build and a distinctive cross-eyed look, he carved out a unique space for himself in both Hollywood and the wrestling world. Lister became best known for playing tough, intimidating characters, most famously Debo in the Friday films. As the neighborhood bully who struck fear into everyone, Debo became a pop culture figure of the 1990s, and Lister's performance turned him into a household name. Even outside of the movies, fans instantly recognized him for that role, which remains a defining part of his career. Before cementing his place in Hollywood, Lister also stepped into the world of professional wrestling. In 1989, he appeared as Zeus, the villain opposite Hulk Hogan in the movie No Holds Barred. The storyline quickly spilled over into real life when WWE, then WWF, brought Zeus into the ring as Hogan's rival. Though his time in wrestling was brief, his battles with Hogan drew huge attention and showcased his ability to bring cinematic intensity into the squared circle. Later, in the mid-90s, he made a return to wrestling under the name Z Gangsta in WCW, again channeling his signature powerhouse persona. Lister's life was one of larger-than-life characters and unforgettable performances. He passed away in 2020 at the age of 62 due to heart-related complications worsened by COVID-19. Despite his untimely death, his legacy lives on through the iconic roles he brought to life and the impact he left on fans across film, television, and wrestling. Antonino Rocca, born on April 23, 1921, in Treviso, Italy, became one of the most beloved and influential figures in professional wrestling. Passing away at the age of 55, his impact on the sport remains timeless. During the 1940s and 1950s, Rocca captivated fans with a style that was unlike anything wrestling audiences had seen before. While most wrestlers of his era relied on power and brute strength, Rocca dazzled crowds with his speed, grace, and athleticism. Moves like his soaring dropkick and the flying head scissors thrilled audiences and introduced a high-flying approach that would later become a staple of modern wrestling. In the 1950s, Rocca joined Capital Wrestling Corporation, the company that would evolve into today's WWE. There, he quickly rose to superstardom. His natural charisma and connection with fans made him one of the biggest draws of the era, especially in New York City and Puerto Rico, where his appeal was particularly strong among Latino communities. He wasn't just an athlete in the ring, he was a showman whose energy lit up arenas. Outside the spotlight, Rocca promoted fitness and healthy living, believing that physical conditioning and bodybuilding not only built strength, but also helped wrestlers inspire others. His influence extended far beyond his career, paving the way for generations of high flyers who followed. Posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 1995, Antonino Rocca is remembered as a pioneer whose style, charm, and passion forever changed professional wrestling. Harley Race, born on April 11, 1943 in Missouri, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a symbol of toughness, grit, and passion in the world of sports entertainment. Widely regarded as one of the greatest to ever step inside the ring, Race built a career that stretched across decades and earned him the respect of fans, peers, and future generations alike. Known for his rugged, no-nonsense style and fearless approach, he became an 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, a remarkable feat that underscored his dominance in the 1970s and 1980s. Race's battles with legends like Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and Terry Funk remain etched in wrestling history, as each rivalry brought out the best in him and showcased his ability to mix intensity with storytelling. His charisma and presence made him a fan favorite, while his toughness and skill made him nearly impossible to overlook. But Race's impact extended far beyond what happened under the bright lights of the ring. Later in his career, he became a mentor and teacher, running a wrestling school in Eldon, Missouri, where he shared his knowledge and helped shape the next wave of stars. Despite the toll wrestling took on his body and the health challenges he endured, his love for the sport never diminished. Inducted into numerous halls of fame, including the WWE Hall of Fame in 2004, Race left behind a legacy that goes beyond titles. When he passed away on August 1, 2019, the wrestling world lost a legend, but his influence continues to inspire. Bronson Reed, born Jermaine Haley on August 25, 1988, in Adelaide, South Australia, is a man whose path to WWE was neither quick nor simple, but one forged out of passion, persistence, and an unwavering love for professional wrestling. Growing up in Adelaide, Reed was like many kids who became fascinated with the colorful world of wrestling on television, captivated by the sight of giants crashing into each other, the roar of the crowd, and the mixture of athleticism and drama that made the sport larger than life. As a child, he found himself particularly drawn to wrestlers who were billed as big men, yet moved with a surprising amount of speed and agility. Names like Bam Bam Bigelow and Vader stood out to him, not simply for their size, but because they broke the mold of what fans expected from heavyweights. This admiration planted a seed in young Jermaine's heart, convincing him that one day he too could bring something different to the ring. It was during these formative years in Adelaide that his dream began to grow beyond simple fandom and into a determination to pursue wrestling as a career. Even though in Australia at the time, opportunities for professional wrestling were few and far between. Building a foundation in Australia. Jermaine Haley's decision to train in wrestling was not an easy one, given that Australia was not considered a major hub for the sport compared to North America, Japan, or even the UK. Still, he refused to let geography stop him, beginning his journey with local wrestling schools and independent promotions that gave him the chance to develop his fundamentals, while testing his ability to perform in front of small crowds. In the early days, he was not yet Bronson Reed, but an eager competitor still discovering how to balance his natural size and power with the technical aspects of wrestling. His work ethic quickly became evident as he was willing to learn from anyone who could teach him, traveling across cities and investing both his energy and savings into improving his craft. It was clear that even at the independent level, his combination of raw strength and surprising athleticism made him different, and promoters began to notice that this young man from Adelaide had something special. His growing reputation in the Australian wrestling scene laid the foundation for what was to come, but Jermaine knew that to truly test himself, he would need to wrestle outside of Australia and earn his stripes on international soil. Stepping onto the international stage. The next phase of Bronson Reed's career was shaped by his willingness to leave home and chase opportunities overseas, particularly in Japan, where he began competing for Pro Wrestling NOAH. This chapter was critical in his development, as Japanese wrestling demanded discipline, endurance, and the ability to mix styles in a way that was both physically grueling and creatively challenging. In Noah, Reed was able to refine his skills, learning the nuances of technical wrestling while maintaining his power-heavy identity. Japanese crowds respected wrestlers who pushed themselves to their limits, and Reed earned that respect through matches that showcased his endurance and adaptability. At the same time, he also wrestled in the United States for companies such as Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG, and Progress Wrestling in the UK, which further cemented his reputation as a powerhouse with a touch of versatility. The independent circuit exposed him to new audiences and gave him the chance to learn from seasoned veterans and rising stars, experiences that would prove invaluable when the biggest wrestling company in the world came calling. Arrival in WWE and the NXT era. When Reed signed with WWE in 2019, he arrived under the developmental umbrella of NXT, a brand that had earned a reputation for producing some of the most exciting and hard-hitting wrestling in the company. Fans quickly took notice of the Australian powerhouse as he brought something different to the roster, an old-school sense of intimidation blended with a modern agility that defied expectations. In NXT, Reed was involved in matches that allowed him to showcase his adaptability against both technical wrestlers and high flyers, proving that he was not just a big man, but a complete performer. One of his defining moments came in April 2021, when he survived a grueling gauntlet eliminator match, earning the right to challenge Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. The culmination of his NXT journey occurred at TakeOver, In Your House, in May 2021, when Reed defeated Gargano to capture the title. That victory was a validation of his hard work and a sign to fans that WWE viewed him as more than just another large athlete. He was a centerpiece capable of carrying a division. His reign was short but impactful, with his dominance cementing his reputation as a star who had finally arrived on a global stage. Transition to Monday Night Raw. After achieving success in NXT, the next natural step for Bronson Reed was to move to WWE's main roster, and in 2022, he officially debuted on Monday Night Raw. The transition was both exciting and challenging, as Raw featured a wider variety of established stars and came with the pressure of performing weekly on a global stage. Reed embraced the challenge, immediately making his presence known with his smash-mouth style, intimidating aura, and ability to back up his words in the ring. His arrival coincided with WWE's push to create fresh rivalries and showcase new talent, and Reed's size and athleticism made him a natural fit to step into high-profile storylines. While he did not immediately capture championships, he carved out a spot for himself as a monster-like figure, feared by his opponents and respected by fans who appreciated his mix of brute force and surprising speed. His matches became must-watch segments, often featuring his devastating top-rope tsunami splash, a move that highlighted his rare ability to combine weight with aerial maneuvers. Defining in-ring style and persona. What makes Bronson Reed unique among WWE's current generation is his ability to embody the persona of a monster while still performing with the agility of smaller wrestlers. At 6 feet tall and weighing over 300 pounds, Reed is built like a tank, but he moves with a fluidity that often shocks opponents. His in-ring style blends the raw power of suplexes, slams, and crushing strikes with bursts of unexpected athleticism, such as his running shoulder tackles or sudden leaps onto the ropes. The tsunami splash has become his signature, symbolizing the risk he is willing to take in order to flatten his opponents. Reed's persona complements his physicality perfectly. He is portrayed as a no-nonsense, destructive force who thrives on dominance. Unlike some wrestlers who rely on catchphrases or comedy, Reed leans into an aura of intimidation and violence, a modern-day monster who rarely shows mercy. This combination has resonated with fans, particularly those who long for the days when WWE had larger-than-life heavyweights who could both terrify and impress in equal measure. Notable feuds and the Braun Strowman rivalry. As Reed continued his rise on Raw, one of the feuds that captured the attention of fans was his rivalry with Braun Strowman, another massive figure in WWE known as the Monster Among Men. The pairing was natural, two giants colliding in a battle to prove who was the true monster of the company. Their matches were physical spectacles, each encounter showcasing incredible displays of power that often pushed the limits of the ring's durability. The peak of this rivalry came during the much-hyped Last Monster Standing match, which turned into a brutal war of attrition. Fans watched as the ring shook under the combined force of their collisions and at one point even partially collapsed, symbolizing the sheer destruction both men were capable of. While Reed ultimately lost the match due to interference from Seth Rollins, his performance elevated his status, proving he could hang with and even outshine WWE's established monsters. The feud became one of Raw's standout storylines of 2024, with fans eagerly anticipating each clash between these two titans. Health concerns, injuries, and the toll of wrestling. Professional wrestling, despite its entertainment-driven presentation, is physically punishing, and Bronson Reed has not been immune to the toll that such a demanding career takes on the body. While Reed has generally been fortunate to avoid long-term or career-threatening injuries, he has faced the normal wear and tear that comes with competing at such an intense level. During the last Monster Standing match against Braun Strowman, The physicality was so extreme that concerns were raised about the well-being of both men. Reports suggested that Strowman suffered a groin injury from a heavy Samoan drop, while Reed himself endured bruising and strain that required several days of recovery. Fortunately, Reed avoided serious injury, but the match was a reminder of the risks he takes each time he executes high-impact moves like the tsunami splash. WWE officials and medical staff have monitored his conditioning carefully, as managing his weight and ensuring his stamina remain intact are crucial for his long-term health. At present, Reed remains in good condition, but both fans and insiders recognize that his style, while awe-inspiring, will always leave him at higher risk of injury compared to less physically demanding performers. Financial stability and WWE status. Unlike some wrestlers who struggle financially during transitions in their careers, Bronson Reed appears to be in a strong position in terms of financial stability. His consistent presence on RAW and involvement in high-profile feuds have ensured that he remains a featured performer, which translates to both visibility and a solid paycheck from WWE. While exact figures are not made public, Reed's status as a regular television performer indicates that he is comfortably supported by his contract. Unlike the independent circuit days when income was unpredictable, WWE has given him financial security and the opportunity to support his family while focusing entirely on his craft. Furthermore, his growing popularity makes him a candidate for merchandise opportunities and future brand partnerships, which can further improve his financial outlook. While every wrestler must consider life after WWE at some point, Reed's current status suggests he is well positioned to enjoy both professional success and personal stability as he continues his career. A brewing rivalry with Seth Rollins. Following the chaos of the last Monster Standing match, Seth Rollins emerged as the next rival for Bronson Reed. Rollins' interference cost Reed the victory, and the seeds of a feud between the two were planted immediately. Rollins, known for his cunning and technical ability, contrasts sharply with Reed's smash-mouth power, making this a compelling matchup for fans who enjoy styles clashing. The idea of Reed going toe-to-toe with Rollins excites many within WWE because it allows Reed to showcase his ability to work against opponents who are faster, more agile, and highly technical. Early teases of this rivalry suggest that it could lead to some show-stealing matches, possibly even elevating Reed into contention for a major championship. Beyond the storyline, this feud symbolizes WWE's faith in Reed as a performer capable of carrying storylines with some of the company's biggest stars, an acknowledgement of his growth from a newcomer to a main event-level competitor. Bryan Danielson, rumors and clarification. During the same period, rumors began circulating regarding Bryan Danielson's health, with some fans expressing concern about his well-being after years of battling injuries. While it is true that Danielson has dealt with issues involving his neck and concussions in the past, reports confirm that he is currently managing his health well and receiving proper treatment for any minor concerns. Importantly, Danielson remains active in WWE and is not facing any severe setbacks. For Bronson Reed, this is a reminder of the reality every wrestler faces. The body can only endure so much, and staying healthy requires constant care. Fans can rest assured that Danielson's situation is stable, and as for Reed, he continues to push forward without any major health scares, though everyone in the industry acknowledges the risks that come with performing at such a high level. The future of Bronson Reed in WWE. Looking ahead, Bronson Reed's future in WWE seems bright, with multiple storylines and opportunities that could shape his legacy. His feud with Braun Strowman elevated him into the conversation as one of WWE's most dominant forces, while the brewing rivalry with Seth Rollins positions him against one of the most respected names in the business. There is also speculation that Reed could soon challenge for one of WWE's top championships, as his credibility and fan support have grown significantly. Beyond titles, however, Reed's appeal lies in his ability to make every match feel consequential, whether he is flattening opponents with sheer power or shocking audiences with his agility. WWE thrives on unique talents who can deliver memorable performances, and Reed fits that mold perfectly. Conclusion: building a legacy of power and resilience. Bronson Reed's journey from a boy in Adelaide who admired the giants of wrestling to becoming one of WWE's modern-day monsters is a story of resilience, hard work, and an unshakable belief in himself. He carved his path through the Australian independence, tested himself internationally in Japan and beyond, and eventually broke through on the global stage with WWE. His time in NXT, highlighted by a North American Championship win, established his credibility, and his transition to Raw has shown that he belongs among the company's biggest stars. His rivalries with Johnny Gargano, Braun Strowman, and now Seth Rollins demonstrate his versatility, while his in-ring style continues to wow audiences who appreciate a mix of power and agility. Health-wise, Reed has avoided major setbacks, though the physicality of his matches always presents risks, and financially, he stands secure thanks to his WWE success. As he continues to build his career, Bronson Reed's legacy will not just be about being a monster in the ring, but also about proving that perseverance, passion, and the willingness to evolve can turn a dream into a lasting impact on the world of professional wrestling.